Let me start that again. Hey, gorgeous ones. Welcome to Wednesday Night Live. As I was saying, I am Leanne Winston Psychic Medium for those new ones that are joining in for the first time. And just a reminder, if you are joining in for the first time, hashtag first time in the comments below and let me know that you are here, that you are watching as well. Just a reminder, I do ask people to help me spread the love, invite your friends and family to join in. You never know who's going to get a message and what they will take from it. I also ask people when asking questions, stay direct to the point. If you want a card, hashtag card, and I will draw a card from my Inner Soul Guidance Oracle card set that myself and my beautiful friend Deb have had published. And also, like I said, just ask a direct question, because if it is general, I'm just going to pull a card because I want to try to get to as many of you as possible. And we do have some people here joining in. We got Roz. Roz is here and she is monitoring in the background. Thank you, Roz. Madeline is a first timer. Beautiful. Hey, honey. How you going? Welcome. We also have Simone as a first timer. Thanks, Simone. What a gorgeous picture of your little one there. Thank you for joining in. And Christine is also here saying hello as well. And we get a yes, please from Christine. So we will come back very shortly to the questions and pulling the cards as well. Just want to go through a couple of things. I do have some exciting news for you guys, and hopefully for those that are interested in joining, you are the ones excuse me, that is going to benefit from that. Now, I don't normally share information about my birthday, my private life and stuff like that. My birthday is in the month of May, and it is a bit later in the month. But what I have decided to do this year is celebrate my birthday month with all you beautiful souls. So what I am offering is for those that would like to join my yearly Inner Circle full membership that is normally $297 a year. I am offering you $100 saving on that. And when you go through the checkout, all you need to do is where it says coupon in the small writing, put the word birthday and it'll give you $100 off. And I have also extended that into my beginners level 1 psychic medium development workshop. Now that is an online class as well that you work through in your own time. And it is a whole 5 different modules full of a whole heap of different videos. So same thing as you go through to my website, leannewinston.com/workshops. You'll find the beginners level 1 there. And same thing, when you get to the checkout, there will be a little section just above where you put credit card details or how you're going to pay, the word birthday in the coupon code, and it will give you that $100 saving automatically as well with that. So take advantage of that. That goes right through to the 31st of May to celebrate, and it is a big birthday this year, so I thought I'm going all out and celebrate with people as well. All right, we have Leanne here saying good evening. Hey, honey. I'm an oldie. I know, honey. It's gorgeous. I love it. I love the fact that you're joining in. So thank you for your love and support. Hey, Vicky. How you going, hun? We have the gorgeous Sandra here as well saying, hi, Leanne. Hope you're well. Gee, I'm getting excited for the 29th. So what Sandra is talking about is on the 28th and the 29th of May, myself and the lovely Roz, the beautiful healer medium Kerry Denise, and Deb Lane is a tarot card reader, and also Deb Gilmore, my partner in crime in the cards, are going to be alongside of my mum and dad, and I don't think mum's here in the comments at the moment. Mum's still a little bit unwell, so she may be having an early night. We'll be at the Body, Mind and Psychic Expo, as I said, on the 28th and 29th of May. So that's a Saturday, Sunday. I think it starts at 10 a.m. and finishes at 6 p.m. both nights. And I will be reading. You will find me on the main stage sometime through that weekend. as well as teaching a 45-minute workshop. So the best way to find out times is to jump into the website, Body, Mind and Psychic Expo. It's held at Wavell Showgrounds here in Adelaide. And I'm pretty sure they have a schedule or a program timing for the main stage as well as workshops as well. So I haven't actually been notified what time I will be on stage or when my workshop will be at this stage. I will find that out very shortly, I'm sure. Certainly do come along. If you want to book a reading with me, you do need to get in quick. If you don't get there sort of by lunchtime, usually the day is filled up pretty quickly by around 1 o'clock as well. Some people do pre-book with me as well, but you do need to make sure you're there on time for your reading as well. We have a lineup of people that wait to jump in those seats if nobody turns up. Hey, Christine, I will come back to your question in a moment. Anthea, oops, it moved. Anthea is here. Hey, honey, how you going? Evelyn is here. Sorry, I've said that wrong, didn't I, hun? Evelina, I think it is. Sorry, honey. Jaylyn is here. Good morning. So you're coming to us. Is it from the US or Canada, hun? Let me know in the comments where you're watching from. All right, my first day of work was the 9th. How will the next 90 days go? I get good. All right, it's about settling in is the reference I get. Sarah is here as well. I'm glad I've managed to catch you live. Beautiful, honey. It's good to have you here. So welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, before I do jump into readings, I always like to talk about something or give you a little bit of education or understanding on things. And I'd love you guys to get involved in this conversation by putting the comments in the chat. I will bring up some lovely, beautiful inner circle members that are waiting in the green room and listening in through there as well, and say hello to them and answer their questions very shortly. And then I will get into the messages in the comments as well. Hey, Kay, how you going, honey? Courtney is here saying hi, good morning, watching from Texas. Beautiful. Welcome, honey. Jalen is saying US, Atlanta, GA. Beautiful. And Leanne is giving a big heartfelt welcome, English would help, to the newbies that are joining in as well. So thank you, Leanne, for your love and support there. You will have to excuse my bit of brain fog still from the virus. I've been talking all the last 2 days doing readings in Renmark, and I want to give a big shout out to those that are watching or joining the replay that did come out and have a reading with me in Renmark. It was amazing seeing so many beautiful new faces, as well as reconnecting with the ones that I have connected with in the past. Unfortunately, Roz wasn't able to make this trip, but I'm sure she will be there on the next one. So we did miss Roz on that. So, hey, Joanne, how are you going, honey? All right, let me take a sip of water so I don't cough in your ear. I keep my throat wet. It seems to help still. All right. So, like I said, I'd love you guys to connect with me on this discussion and take part in it. Spirit's playing with my nose already. So comment in the comments below and let's get into the conversation. So basically, we are going through some massive changes, and some of you may be feeling this energy that we are experiencing. We are halfway through a gateway, all right, eclipse gateway. And what that is bringing is a lot of old stuff up. So the first half of this gateway, a lot of people are feeling tested and they're feeling like old stuff, challenges are coming up in that way with that. What is now going on is that we are being forced to sit in that energy of knowing what we want. Now, a lot of you would have heard me say, thanks, Rose, for that. And Kay is just sending love and healing there, wishing Rods to get better soon. Thanks, Kay. So a lot of you would have heard me say over this last few months that be careful what you wish for. We are in a hugely heightened manifestation period. And I seriously feel this period is going to go through to the end of August, just before the end of August. So whatever we're putting our focus into, having that absolutely crystal clear clarity on, the universe will provide, the universe will help. They will hear our messages of desire type of thing and help deliver what we're working on. It's more when we are unsure of what we want, we put those mixed emotions into it. We keep changing our ideas, and our ideals, and we find that we're going to put that confused energy out to the universe, okay? So that's where we get havoc coming in as well. Hey, Courtney. Courtney just says something has definitely shifted off more than usual. So maybe this is the shift why. Yeah, okay. And what can happen is we can become out of alignment. Hi, Neil. How you going? We get out of alignment. And when we try to force things, make things happen, control things, we're going to find that that balance is going to be thrown out even more. So if we can sit in that energetic alignment and align ourselves with the energy field that what we are wanting to create, to have in our lives, we are going to find that flow will happen. Now, remember, it has to be a balance, 80% of the feminine energy and 20% of the masculine. So 80% in the heart space and loving energy that goes out. 20% is more the structure, the masculine side of stuff, the things that we need to put in place to run things, the programs, that sort of structure in that way. All right. Everyone's saying, yes, that's true. Thank you, honey. Kel says, hi, Leanne. How are you tonight? I am doing reasonably well. Thank you, honey. And Joanne is saying, I know what I will be hoping for. Beautiful. And share in the comments if you want to. Some people don't always want to share either because it is quite personal or whatever. So please do let me know in the comments what it is that you really want in your life. What is it that your heart desires? What are you passionate about? What shifts would you like to make at the moment? Hey, Maxine, how you going, honey? Good to see you too. And the lovely Kim has also joined in. Hey, Kim, how you going? I'm not doing too bad, thank you. So, like I said, let me know in the comments. And I really want you to think about what it is, okay? Really get crystal clear on it. Make sure you're messaging in the comments because this is where it starts, okay? Make sure that messaging in the comments is crystal clear and direct to what it is that you truly want. Okay? Don't be blase or whatever they're saying. I can't even get my words out tonight. So Evelyn wants happiness. So don't be relaxed with it. Be determined. Be direct. All right? Carly says, like me trying to decide if I can move forward with my new job option. Trust your gut instincts, honey. Sometimes we need to push. This is going to start a different conversation again in that way. Okay. So sometimes we need to push through the fear, the unknown, the different energies that come up. Okay. Not saying that you're not pushing through it. I got when I read your question, give it a chance. Okay. Because my feeling is things will settle down in that way. Evelyn is just saying depression to go away. Now, depression can, and I'm not a doctor, I always like to make that clear, depression can always be connected to our intuition. So can anxiety. So if you're somebody that okay, we have two sisters here, okay, and one that looks after the other one's interests, so to speak, and pushes it. Spirit, I just read Kay's message and it said my own place to call her own. Okay, And I got the reference to the sister coming in the background saying a man for her sister. So I'm getting in first before we go down that pathway. It is a bit of fun and it's a lot of love involved in all that too. Literally. It's like I was getting in, Kate, before your sister got in. Jalen's saying love, stability and good health. Beautiful. And let's talk, Brenda saying hi. Hey, honey. Let's talk about, sorry, Evelyn just says stop crying every night. Honey, what's going on? If you want to break it down, honey, please feel free to put it in the comments and let me sort of help you work through this. All right. I understand if you don't want to do it in a public setting like this as well. So I will just keep my eyes open for that. Kel says happiness over depression and anxiety. So we're getting a couple bringing up anxiety and depression. So let's talk a little bit about that side of it as well, okay? Because what we are seeing is a lot of beautiful souls opening up their intuition, aligning themselves in that energy again as well. Some of us get pushed into it without realizing that it's coming up, all right? And yes, it does scare people at times. The fear or the fight and flight mode will take over. But what I do see a lot of is people with anxiety and depression, 98% of the time is the number I'm putting on that. And like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not trained in medical in any way, are highly intuitive. And if you're not seeing the signs, you're not listening to spirit, you're blocking it out for one reason or another because you don't want to know about it, or it scares you, spirit will push and push and push. And that usually ends up in anxiety and depression. I used to have panic attacks years ago. And a lot of it was over walking into crowded spaces, picking up on other people's energy and not actually realizing what is going on. Okay, guys, it looks like we've got a scammer in the comments again. Please do not reach out to those people that ask you to contact them or DM them or friend them, because they are scammers and they can bugger off. Okay, I know Roz is in the background monitoring it, so she's probably blocked it by now, but they do change names as well. So just please don't take that as a warning, because I have so many people comment that inbox me saying, I got a friend's request from you. They asked my credit card details. I put it in. They're trying to take money out of my account. That's basically what happens. It has nothing to do with me. I will not ask you for your credit card details. I will not send you a friend's request. I do not request people as friends on my page either. So the more we can draw attention, and I'm not about giving energy to these people, but the more we can bring everybody's focus to these scammers, hopefully we are going to get rid of them eventually one by one. All right. And that person helps push my activity up on my page as well. So thank you to that person. Let's hope you get nothing out of it in that sense. And I say that with love. Okay. Not frustration. All right. So just going back to it. If you find that you are, so like you get anxiety and you get depression or suffer from those, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Are you somebody that is creative? Do you have a creative mind? Do you find yourself feeling other people's or taking on other people's energies, their emotions and stuff like that, their feelings? Because somebody that is empathic can quite often feel somebody else's pain, emotions and stuff. Do you sit and watch telly and cry at a drop of a hat over something really simple? These are all signs of being a intuitive, as well as some of them being an empath as well. So there is a very fine line between what is my energy to your energy, what is mine to spirits. And that line can get very much confused at times, where people take stuff on where they feel like it's their own. Okay. they feel that they don't understand why they're having thoughts the way they do, or don't understand why they feel the way they do. Okay. It is when you break it down, and I'm giving you a very quick rundown of this and probably missing a bit of the details, but there is a very fine line in that stuff. So I always say to people, stop, take a breath, ask yourself, is this mine? Yes or no answer. If you get yes, you need to go further into it and look at excuse me, look at what is going on. If you get no, it's not yours to hold on to. Give gratitude, acknowledge it, give gratitude, send it back to the universe. All right, because it's not yours to hold on to. And some people that are intuitive and empathic as well can quite often find when they are around negative people, they get very flat, tired, exhausted very quickly. All right. That's another whole story in itself. Or I shouldn't say story, another subject. And we really do need to protect our energy when it's like that. Okay. So hopefully those couple of things have helped you a little bit. And I really want people to start thinking about what it is they want, what is it they want to achieve, and have that really clear focus and work towards that. Okay. Sarah says, will my business take a new direction that has been discussed in the near future? I get yes with that, honey. All right. And I wish you all the best with that. Matilda says, at the moment, would love to know if we will be able to find somewhere to love and build in the future with, and if it will happen sooner or later. I'm actually drawn to a tiny bit later, honey. I don't feel like I've got it soon, but I do feel like you need to expand your search a little bit. So I feel like you're being a little, like you're restricting yourself to a certain area with that. Okay. It will be worth the wait is the reference I get with that. Okay. Leanne says, I gave up smoking on the 2nd of February. Well done, honey. Cold turkey, not missing out at all. Gee, I feel rich, seem to so much more money now, out of debt, nice things, not helped with my health as I wanted, and at time eating bad. Sorry, my throat's getting quite dry. Through though, and putting on many kilos, so now watching foods. Okay, so first of all, honey, I want to say give yourself a big pat on the back and celebrate the giving up the smoking. Cold turkey would have been very hard, so that's really a huge achievement with that side of it. Okay, I love the fact that the money is flowing. You have more coming in that way. With what I understand, cigarettes are very expensive. You say it's not helping with your health. Okay, when it comes to your health, honey, I'm more drawn to what are you holding on to energetically? What is it that you're holding on to in your aura that you need to let go of? And I do feel like it's more past stuff that needs to be processed and let go of in that sense. So when you can do that, my feeling is your health is going to start to take a change for the better. Okay. What happens is over years, we hold on to stuff energetically, physically, mentally that we don't let go of. So something happens to you, say 15, 20 years ago, and you don't deal with that or process that stuff. You just sort of keep pushing it down and not really take on board what happened, what the lesson was in it, and allow yourself the time to heal from it. Our aura, our energetic field eventually says enough is enough. I can't keep holding on to this energy. I can't keep carrying that energetic weight, so to speak. So your body then starts to give you the physical symptoms, the illnesses. I always say, look at back generations when the older generations used to have things happen and they would shut down. It was like family couldn't talk about it. Nobody mentions it again, and they don't deal with that stuff. A lot of those people you will find ended up with cancers and terminal illnesses a little bit later in life because they were not allowed to deal with that stuff. They had to hold on to it. They couldn't process it. They couldn't heal from it. They couldn't let it go. So, Leanne, do some work on yourself. Put pen to paper. start writing things down and see what comes up and have a look at that. Okay, so hopefully, honey, that has helped you a little bit. But also, please, people, when we have wins, celebrate them. All right, it doesn't matter how big or small that win is, celebrate it. And it doesn't matter how big or small that celebration is. If I sign somebody into my packages to come and work with me for 6 weeks or even a 12-month program, I make sure we celebrate it. And it can be, and that's me and my family. That could be us going out for tea, spoiling ourselves to somewhere where we love Chinese food. So we will go into our favorite Chinese restaurant and have a nice meal and fill ourselves full of food and feel uncomfortable at the end, but we really enjoy it. We might go somewhere. We might go and purchase something that we've been wanting that we wouldn't normally go and buy. We celebrate those wins. Okay. For me, one of my wins was I bought a beautiful bracelet that I really liked. Now, my husband's not into gold, and I always say it costs more if I'm going to buy it than he does, and gold's an investment. So there's my answer, my reasoning that he gets. But they are things that you can do without feeling guilty, and you enjoy it, okay? You have fun with it. So please, Leanne, make sure you're celebrating your win, no matter how big or small with that, okay? Okay. Kimmy, hey, honey, how you going? Kel says, same. I'd love to learn how to read or know how to connect. I just don't know how to. All right. So, honey, you're in luck. As I was saying, and you may have missed it, some of you may have missed it because I did get in very early with that. May is my birthday month, and in celebration of that and being a big birthday this year, I'm not necessarily going to mention stuff, but let's do it. I put it out there because I don't normally acknowledge my birthday month or let people know when my birthday is. I'm going to be 50 this year. I said it. There we go. It wasn't as scary as English would help. Scary sharing information as I make it to be sometimes. All right. So for my 50th birthday in the month of May, I have decided to celebrate my birthday by offering you or those that want to join either my Inner Soul full membership, the $297 per year, $100 discount, so it will be $197 per year, and it at the end of the 12 months, if you decide to go ahead with it, it auto renews and you will stay at that $197 rather than jumping back to the $297. So whatever price you come in at, you stay at that price for as long as you keep the membership going. The other thing is my beginners level 1 online course that has 5 modules to it with a whole heap of videos is also being offered as a $100 saving as well for the month of May. Now, these only go through to midnight on the 31st of May. After that, they go back to normal price, okay? So for those joining, either the Inner Circle membership or the Beginners Level 1 online development course, when you go through to the checkout, there's a little section above where you got to put your payment details that says coupon code. You use for both, either one of those two, you use the birthday. You put it in the word birthday and it will automatically take off $100 off the price of that workshop or that membership as well with that. Now, just a reminder, if you want to do the Beginners Level 1 online development course, it is a certificate course. You have lifetime access to that. It is 5 modules. A module a week gets released. Each module has roughly about 8 videos in it, roughly. Some are more, some are 1 or 2 less. And at the end of that course, you let me know. There's no time limits on how long you take, but you let me know when you finish module 5, and we hook up on Zoom or on the phone, depending what suits you. And we go over what you've learned, and I answer any questions, and I help you work out how you work and where to go from there, like give you ideas of what you can do to strengthen it, what you can do to help, what to focus on in that way as well. Okay. Hey, Amy, how you going? She says, am I on the right path with current job? I got yes with that. Hey, Kelly, how you going? Hey, lovely. Is my job secure enough to get a home loan? I get yes with that straight away. All right. Evelyn says, yes, I do. I'm an empath. Yes, my migraines are bad. Migraines aren't much fun, honey, are they? I touch wood. Haven't had one for a while. And I do suffer from them at times as well. Certain things trigger mine. She says, I miss my parents, my brother. Okay. So for those that are missing loved ones in spirit, still your mind. Clear your head. Take some nice, very slow, deep breaths and allow yourself to feel their love. Allow yourself to feel their energy, their soul with you at that time. Okay. When we can get out of our own head, our monkey mind, we will feel them. All right. All right. Let's bring Dee up and say hello. These lovely ladies have been waiting in the green room very patiently for us. Let me see if I can trick it. I don't think I can. Not tonight. How you going, honey?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I am doing really well, thank you. And how's your week been?
I need a demon slayer to get rid of the demons in my head.
Okay.
That's
So
all.
what's going on in your head?
Just up and down depression and stuff like that. So just going in and out. We're still waiting to hear from the council about the job.
Yep.
He's had to go for 2 more tests.
Yep.
Found out he's got sleep apnea.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're still waiting this week to find out if he's going to get that job.
Yeah.
Couple of had to deal with meltdowns.
I fixed it. Sorry. Yes.
No, you're right.
We're on screen together. Hey. Yep. So meltdowns from the kids or from hubby?
No, not from hubby. Just from my grandson.
Yep.
Part of the autism.
Yep.
Which we deal with. That's fine.
Yeah.
But it takes it out of him, takes it out of me.
Well and truly.
It's just part of the pathway. It's part of that roller coaster, and you just got to deal with it.
It is. So what do you do when he's on that pathway, having those moments? What do you do to protect your energy?
Normally, I focus on distracting him.
Yep.
Talk about what I can to switch his mind. It's like a switch.
Okay.
If I can distract him, I can switch it, and then I can calm down, reassess the situation.
Yep.
And then I can go through it. But to see a 15-year-old being emotional and upset and slumped and, the toll it takes on him, it does affect you, in your heart, and to me, I'm more angry at what a meltdown does to his personality.
Yeah.
Not him.
Yeah.
It's not him. It is what the meltdown itself does to him.
Yeah. Okay. So, first of all, instead, and I'm only going to make this as a suggestion, and I'm not trained in medical in any way. The first thing I was drawn to is when you're talking about it it's all about him, which is fair enough because he's the one experiencing it and going through it. My suggestion is for you, when that happens, and you might not always have the opportunity, but take a moment, take a quick breath, ground yourself, put your protection up in we've gone through protection with you. I have before. even see that mirror between you and him. So when that energy is sort of coming at you, you don't need to mirror it back at him. Maybe mirror off to the side type of thing, because he doesn't necessarily need a dose of his own medicine to heighten the situation more. But what you're doing is you are going into rescue mode, carer mode, whatever you want to call it, and looking after him, but it's bringing you down first. Spirit said okay, thank you. Spirit just said you need to look after you to be able to give him the best care.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And it could be just a split second that you take that breath, protection up, sort of thing, mirroring it back so I don't have to take it on, and then get into that flow of what you need to do. My second question is for you. What tools can you introduce to help calm him down? What tools can you help give him that he can incorporate when he feels this coming on?
In the situation that we have, like, I won't bring it up in here.
Yeah, that's fine.
I have explained it to him, because there's no point doing it when we're in meltdown mode.
No, he's not going to take note. He doesn't want to know.
No. So I wait until we're all calm. We're talking, back to normal, and then I bring it up. Okay, this is what happened. Yep. We need to work on stuff that's going to do it now. How do you feel about this, trying some things? I need you to tell me what you'd like to do. Like, he is learning to recognise his own feelings.
Good. And that's what we want.
Yeah, he's gone as far as when we're interviewing carers, he has told them, if I go into meltdown mode, you can follow me, but don't get in my face.
Yep.
I need you to follow me to make sure I'm okay. So he's recognising, okay, if you do this, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah. Okay.
And the one that I had the other day was very severe. It was caused not by him. And I said to him, I am angry at the situation that caused it.
Yeah.
Not at you.
Exactly.
And we explained it, we talked it through, and his shoulders went from slumped to up, and he slowly became taller again.
Yeah.
If you can imagine, he's over 6 foot tall.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Going slumped over, hunched over.
Yep. And see, the other thing in situations like this, what Spirit's drawing me to is it's very possible that he takes on your energy when he's in this state too. So if you're frustrated, that heightens his sort of his symptoms, his feelings as well with that. So I
get very, very mindful not to react, and very, very mindful how I'm feeling inside. So I have got to breathe, and I have got to back off, and I have got to be, okay, we can do this. And then later on, after the situation's all gone and everything's been dealt with, then I can go back and I can readdress, okay, well, I can breathe. And that's when I ground it really big time.
Yeah.
Go back and go, well, I didn't handle that all too well. This is how I need to handle it.
It's a learning curve for both of you.
Yeah, it is. And it's hit and miss. You can't go, well, this works out, because the next time it happens, it might not work.
That's it. Have you ever tried a tool, a distraction thing? So like I'm drawn to like a squishy ball or something that he can touch, something he can feel, bring his focus.
We've tried all of that.
And it doesn't work? No.
We've tried signs. We've tried cues.
Yeah.
We've tried everything. It's just on.
Yeah. How does he relate to music?
He relates really well. So sometimes it's when he's in the middle of meltdown, it's okay. I get my thoughts, I calm down, and I go, okay, what's your favourite Pokemon? I was thinking, and I'll just start chatting to myself.
Yeah.
And then what I do is I'll go, you know what, that music, the other day I was in the car, and he went, and he was still in meltdown mode, and I went, that's a real bugger when your music comes on top of mine. How did that get on there? And I'll just start chatting to myself, and then slowly he'll pick up on the conversation.
Yeah, Perfect.
But it is like a switch. If I can get the conversation going,
you've got to get the
I can
right
flip.
conversation.
Yeah, you can flip. Normally it's about Pokemon or one of his interests. I can go, like Pokemon. I really love the fairy type. What is the wildest Pokemon you can think of? Is there any new one? Oh, geez, I'm really far behind, aren't I? Oh, I meant to tell you I saw something the other day, and I'll just start talking to myself, and then he picks up on it.
Yeah.
Unless it's something, the meltdown the other day was beyond meltdown, and I had to really pull into line.
Yeah.
It was the first time I had to go, the stern, no, this is not acceptable.
Yeah.
Pull it into line, because we did ended up with a smash window. That happens. That happened once. Yeah. And then a week later we had a meltdown due to another circumstance.
Yeah.
And I had to draw on that. No, this is not acceptable.
Yeah.
And then later on I had to calm. When the calmness came, then I could explain to him, right, I am not angry at you as a person.
Mm-hmm.
I love you dearly. What I am angry about is this situation happened, and it breaks my heart to watch you slump down, to see you upset, to watch how a meltdown affects you. And that is not fair on you, that an outside environment can come into our environment where you are safe and bring you into this situation.
Yeah.
And explain to him what happens, and then explain to him that, we are safe.
Yeah.
It is his safe zone, that Poppy and I are safe. If you are in meltdown and you feeling that you can go there, we will give you strategy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Try and help yourself.
Yeah.
Because I said we are not always going to be around when this happens.
And that's what I was going to say. To me, it is about finding the tools, the things that work in those current situations to help him, so when he is more on his own, that he has that, okay, I've got to go, this is coming on, I need to go into my drawer, I need to get myself into that place, like a trigger type of thing. So,
and it's getting him to identify, okay, your shoulders are starting to slump, you are starting to get tensed up. That means I'm starting to get upset.
Yep.
That's when you need to pull back, and you need to either go to a quiet place, go and do this, whatever. But we've got to give him the tools.
Yeah.
He hasn't got the ability to do that.
Yeah. And that's part of the learning process, part of the journey.
It is. But it's just sad to watch.
Yeah.
And it's a situation you can't control, you can't change.
Yeah.
But then when I come down and everything's calm, and I look at him and I go, thank God you are healthy.
Yeah.
I could be worse off.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he is verbal.
Yeah.
Okay, he has meltdowns, but he can talk, he can walk, he can eat.
Yeah.
He just has meltdowns every now and then.
Yeah. And, pressure, different things affect us all in different ways. So he just expresses it or deals with it differently in that sense. And I get that's really important for him to understand that, yes, this does happen, but it happens to all of us, but you just process a little bit differently is what's been making reference to, sort of thing.
That's what we do. We're trying to teach him that it's okay to be angry.
Yeah.
We all get angry. It's okay to be sad. If you want to cry, go and cry.
Yeah.
It is okay.
Does he write? Will he sit down and write?
No, hates it.
Yeah.
But he will do type stories. Hasn't done it. He's absolutely addicted to technology. We're trying to get it wean and Moffat.
Yeah.
Which is hard. The switches, I've got that off, but I'm trying to wean off the tablet.
Yeah.
But he loves his Pokemon. He loves drawing. loves listening to music.
Yeah. Beautiful. And music can be quite calming. That can, for some people, can make a lot of difference. Now, Evelyn's just saying heavy blankets. Find what he likes. You are doing a great job. I work with children with autism. All right.
Yeah, he's got a doona, and every night he cocoons.
Yeah. Have you tried the weighted blankets?
Doesn't like them.
No? I think they'd be restricted. My kids have got them, and I'm just like, not sure.
Yeah, no, doesn't like them. I just go and buy a comforter, king-size comforter from Kmart.
Yeah.
Or wherever I can get them from. And they have to be a comforter that's already sewn together.
Yeah.
And he will cocoon and leave about this much open.
Sticking out. Oh, that's gorgeous.
But he cocoons himself. He always has. Even as a baby, he cocoons.
Yeah.
And as soon as he does that, he's safe.
Yeah. There was, a few years ago, there was one young man I was working with, and his thing was when things triggered him, he had a bag, and it had, I think by memory, it was about 7 different things in it that were his special things. So he knew when something, like when he was about to have and they called it outbreaks, that family, when he was about to have an outbreak, he sat and he cuddled that bag with that 7 things in, and that seemed to make a difference. Like it took a little bit for him to realize the signs coming on, but that was something that he would keep close to him, that it was like a safety net, that, okay, I grab that, I cuddle it, do my breath work, and he would get himself through it. So that was just something.
We're not quite at that stage, but
yeah, but you know, it takes time. It takes, like Evelyn says, find what he likes, what works, type of thing. You know, it wasn't an easy journey for that family. It did take him a little while to realize that he had, and I don't want to call them trigger objects, but safety objects is probably a better thing for him, like in that situation.
He doesn't have anything specific, but he listens to my voice.
Yep.
And I find that you've got to keep your voice monotoned.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it can trigger more.
Yeah. And I found that with my daughter. Yeah, I found that with my daughter with depression, like with her anxiety and stuff. She, when she was suffering with it, she would get very angry and nasty with it. I got to the point that one day I didn't know what to do, so I just started crying, and it actually snapped her out of it, because it brought the focus from her head to, shit, mum doesn't cry, sort of thing, not in front of us like that, sort of thing. So I found that a bit of a tool. I shouldn't admit. I found that to be a bit of a tool that I could use to my advantage in those situations. Sort of
thing. He got shocked when I used anger, because I used a deep, angry voice, and I don't normally do that during meltdown.
Yeah.
But I'd had enough, and I just said, you know what? I'd had enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like it. And then when we calmed down and we spoke about it, he was still wound up, and I just said to him, I do not like that our environment can be invaded. I didn't use those words, but the words I used, I explained the situation to him, and I said, I do not like that situation. We need to give you tools to go into that situation on your own.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, because he's realizing. So I mean, he's 15. He's reaching puberty. He is slower than others, but you know, he's got all that going on.
Yeah, and it's a lot for kids.
Yeah, and he's seeing people for who they are.
Yeah, and that's a hard thing in itself.
Yeah, particularly when they come up to you and they say, you know, what would happen if anything happened to you and Poppy because no one wants me? That's heartbreaking.
It is. It really is. Yeah, and that would play on his mind too, more than likely. So
it does.
Evelyn's just asking, does he have a nice timeout place he can sit?
Oh, we've given him that, but he doesn't go there.
The other thing, there's a couple of comments here I'll just quickly bring up. Is I made a chart with different faces, happy, angry, sad, crying, etc., and go through them each day. How do I feel? Then we talk about it. The other comment is, does he get bored because he's intelligent, that's when they play up. And that's some things I find with kids that go to school, they get disruptive in class and stuff. And it usually comes back to that they're not being challenged enough. They're not able to keep their minds busy enough. So it's quite easily to go into that restless sort of mode as well. So
I'm lucky he just paces.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I don't have worn out tiles.
Yeah.
But when he's like, you can see his mind ticking over, and when he can't control that mind ticking, he will pace.
Yeah.
And we call it stimming.
Yeah.
And that's just him. Some people spin, some people will go into their little corner, but we've tried a corner, we've tried lights, we've tried everything. But the other day it was, okay, you know what, I've had enough. Go and sit against that wall.
Yeah.
Do not come out until you are calm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was an angry voice, and he knew.
Yeah. I guess in a sense, my head goes to, okay, well, that tone of voice then breaks his thought pattern. I might be totally wrong on this because I'm not an expert on it. But it's, to me, even when you said before, okay, you know, the direct voice, it's enough. It kind of, to me, feels like it's a shock therapy in a sense. Like it shocked him in that moment that you've replied in that way, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So,
I could still see he was angry. I could still see he was stuck there, but it was like, no.
Yeah. So then my head goes, well, okay, how do you mix that up? Do you make like a loud clapping noise, or, you know, is there different things that you can do each time that breaks so it's not repeated all the time, in the sense that
generally you just assess the situation as it happens.
Yeah. And
the two situations I had to deal with in the last 2 weeks, it was just stern voice.
Yeah. So that's obviously working at the moment. Yeah. Well,
whereas we have another meltdown and it's like, you know what, and go back to my other process and it works.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. So, but my question tonight, now that I've spoken about all that meltdown.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, you're right. Was do you still see us getting the council job? Because they're still interested. We're just still waiting.
Yeah. If they were not interested, they would not be putting him through all this that they're putting him through. So I get
it's the job fit people that are.
Yeah.
Not the council. The council's like, they want a what?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They're just covering their asses.
Cool.
Okay. Stay positive, honey. Take your breath. Go back to your basics. Ground yourself.
I look at the positive side that I am so, so lucky.
Yeah. Good.
You know.
And even when you're getting in your own head, I used to find focusing, pardon me, on moving my toes, how they moved in my shoe, how they felt the floor, whatever was going on with my feet at that time, because it helped bring my focus from my head down to my feet.
Yep.
Also helps to ground yourself as well, sort of thing. So just remember to take time out for you where you can.
Yes.
And, you know, breathe, ground, go back.
And that is the most important thing. But as a carer, it's hard to find.
That's it.
You know?
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
So, but thank you.
Hey, you're welcome, honey. Sending you a big hug and lots of love.
Thank you.
Take care. I'll see you soon.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Beautiful. Lovely energy. All right. So, and that's the thing. We all deal with things, and a big thank you to Evelyn for helping out there as well. And that's the thing, people, please do. If you've got ideas, you know of suggestions that you may be able to help somebody that I am talking to, I am very open in sharing information and helping each other, and even just the support that comes through, like Kay's just making reference in the background that her grandson has a feeling chart and, you know, how he works with it. So, you know, I was happy to stay with that conversation with Dee and break it down, because her situation may help somebody else in a similar situation, or even just to the point of knowing that you're not alone. You're not the only ones going through this. So thank you, Evelyn, and those that did get involved in that, and I appreciate the support as well. Let's bring up Tony and say hi to Tony. And that, I think I have worked out. Hey, honey, how you going?
Not bad at all. I started losing my voice because there's been illnesses like laryngitis going around, and I don't know if I've I'm not too sure if I got it because the caregiver who had it, she's gone and come back. So I don't know. I've been tested and everything, so I'm all good.
You're all good. You haven't got it. Good.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. There are so many viruses and stuff going on. I know for me, when I got the virus, and I'm still not 100% over it. It's still the fatigue, the brain fog, the sinuses keep blocking up. I feel like I have 1 or 2 good days, and then it's like you take a massive step back and have a very average day type of thing. And apparently there's such a thing as long COVID. So, you know.
Yeah, well, one of the caregivers got long COVID because she has a really low immune system anyway.
Yeah.
And then she came back, and the boss said that reckons that she's got long COVID as well.
Yeah, it's weird how it affects people in different ways. So I know I still struggle with the lack of energy and the brain fog. I get frustrated with myself a lot lately.
I'm getting that anyway, so regardless of COVID.
Yeah, that's it. And it's funny because I'll be talking like at the fair a couple of weekends ago, I think it was. Somebody asked me a question, and I'm like, I just went brain dead type of thing. And it's like, Leanne, you know this information off the top of your head, but it was just like it wasn't there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's very interesting.
Frustrating. Yeah, because it happened to me when I was teaching. I was teaching about the clears, and I just forgot what the clears meant.
Yeah.
I just blanked, and I'm thinking, I know this. I keep on going back all the time.
Yeah.
You know, so it was just very frustrating.
Yeah, it does. Did you have a question, hon, you'd like to ask?
Yeah, I do. I've been revamping my my readings and also revamping my workshop. It's got a complete restart again.
Yeah.
So do you feel like it'll start sort of not getting full? I don't want it. I only want like a small workshop. Like I only want say about 6 at max.
Yeah. Okay.
And do you see it flowing 6 at the max all the time? So it's just, you know, rotating.
Okay. A question for you first is, why did you feel the need to revamp it?
Because it was just me in the end.
Yeah.
Because at first there was 2 of us, and she's left, and now I've sort of restarted it.
Okay, so you're changing it up to sort of be more your energy?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I do feel that you're heading in the right direction. I think there's a little bit more that needs to be changed up, still with that side of it. But it's just going to take time. So look at how you're marketing yourself. How are you putting yourself out there? How are you advertising it? Are you resonating with people? What words are you using? All that sort of stuff. So I would, and I'm going to give you a little rundown of what some people get in my workshops that are doing, because I'm doing the mentoring programs with other light workers and stuff to build their businesses these days as well. I would suggest go and look at who your avatar is. Who are your clients? What is the ideal client? What is the language they speak? What is it they need? And then sort of look at how you can use the words, the advertising, to get their attention that way. Okay, that can be quite in depth, but we don't have all night to talk about that sort of side of it. So,
do you teach?
Sorry, hon?
Business? Do you teach business?
Yeah, so I'm working with some healers and some readers at the moment that are wanting to build their social media. They're wanting to, move up in their takings each month, instead of doing the hard slog and there goes my brain fog again. Yeah. Doing the hard slog, the hustle, looking at how they can put things together and bring in the money that way, sort of thing.
Okay, so should I message you about how to sort that out on social media?
Yeah, well, that's just a very small part of it. Look at your social media. Look at, like I said, you need to break it down. Look at your avatar, who your ideal client is, what words are you using? Are you talking their language? Are you advertising yourself to the right people? Sort of thing. Like some people get people on their pages, but they're not really, like, they will invite friends and family to their pages, but they aren't your customer. They aren't the people that want to do your workshops. They don't want to learn from you. They are there to support you as a family member or a friend.
And it seems like I'm getting more the people that are supporting, and I am the people that are wanting to do that. So that I need to sort of expand.
Yeah, look where you're positioning yourself with your marketing. Look at where you're putting your posts. Look at the conversations you're having with people. That sort of thing. Okay.
What other places are there to advertise? Because like New Zealand's a little bit,
Well, you got social media. That's worldwide. Sort of thing. And get yourself into groups. Start conversations, but don't be salesy with them. Not in those groups, because you'll get banned straight away. Make friends. Invite them to be a friend of yours. Sort of thing. So you sort of see a little bit what I do on my social media, and that's only a part of it. Sort of thing. So without having to really push it. Create an email list. Start collecting emails. Sort of thing. People that you can reach out to in that sense. Build. How many followers you got on your Facebook page?
Quite a few.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe run a competition one day and ask people to share your page with their friends and family, and you might give away a 20-minute reading or something for a winner each week. But you need to see that they are doing what you're asking them to do. There's ways to do it. Okay.
Do you see my readings doing a lot better?
I think it'll pick up. And it's the same thing. It's putting yourself back in front of the right people, the people that are looking for you. Pardon me for that stuff. Look at who connects with you. People get drawn to your energy, sort of thing. So, okay. All right, honey. Well, I wish you all the very best with it.
You too. And good luck with the recovery as well.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm quietly nurturing myself through it, but it's a busy week this week.
Oh,
don't tell anybody. It was
just quietly.
Yeah, just quietly. And it's funny though, because we had 2 nights in Barmera, which was time for myself and my husband type of thing. Oh. The kids and my mum and my sister all put in money together for my husband's at 50th back in March.
Oh, nice.
And they sent us off to Barmera and said, here's 2 nights accommodation, here's a $250 Visa card. Use that money, it's on us. So we stayed and we did the touristy thing type of thing, and Barmera is only about 20-30 minutes from Renmark, and then we went over to Renmark for 2 nights where I seen clients for 2 days. So it was relaxation, work, and then got home late yesterday afternoon to come straight into a full day today, or full week this week. Yeah. So that's me nurturing me.
I'm looking forward to November because my daughter's coming over. Thank God for New Zealand's flying.
Yeah.
We're all sorted now with COVID, and that with the borders, that's all opened up now.
Beautiful.
And she's coming over in November for a wedding, so she'll be coming over here.
Oh, nice.
So finally, I feel like that's finally happening at long last.
Yeah, lovely. My husband and I are talking about booking a boat cruise, but we're planning for probably 2024 sort of thing, and we can't wait to get back into the travel.
They'll probably be really expensive at first, so you might as well wait.
They're cheap at the moment. They're advertising cheap ones at the moment. So yeah, so we're probably going. I think we're looking at about 18 nights by memory. And Sydney to Hawaii. So, yeah, that's it. We've never been to Hawaii, so that'll be a nice place to go.
Oh, my mum went to Hawaii. You'll like it, apparently.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can't wait.
I'm holding everybody up. They probably want some more questions.
Yeah, we've gone overtime again tonight, but hey, that's nothing unusual for me. All right, honey, you take care.
That's the problem. You too.
Yeah, all the best with it.
All right, darling.
See you,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye. All right, so let's bring the lovely Jen up and say hello. And I'll unmute Jen so we can hear, and I'll put my camera back on, and we should, hang on, let me push that button. We should have two of us. Look at that.
You worked it out.
I have. And the funny thing is, it's like they've changed the buttons in the background, and I've got to take you off of solo, and I need to turn my camera back on. Nothing like making that hard.
Look, you've worked it out. That's all that's important, right?
And I learned something in the process.
Excellent. Oh, that's exciting.
How have you been?
I did a thing.
Nearly going to choke on my water. Tell us.
I'm like, I did a thing.
How did it go?
I don't know, but my reaction to it is very interesting because I'm still, like I said last week, I'm still trying to figure out how I feel about the whole travel man thing and whatever else. And I think what it is that, like, he's like by far the most affectionate person that I've ever been with, but only when he's drunk.
Yeah. So make him an alcoholic, no, don't.
and it just the difference between when he's sober and when he's drunk is just like chalk and cheese, but his behavior when he's drunk is so consistent that I'm like, there is no way that you can be making this up. Like there is absolutely no way. Like it is consistently him saying the same kind of things, like if not the same things, and I'm just like, I don't know. So anyway, I put on my big girl pants and I just said to him, I was like, look, I just don't know where I stand with you. Like, you know, before you came, I didn't even know if you wanted to see me or not. And he was like, no, I've just been busy. And I was like, look, that's fine. I get that you're busy, but there's a difference also between what you're like when you're drunk and when you're sober. And when you're drunk, like I've never experienced affection like that before. And then I was like, do you even remember what you're like? And he was like, nah. And I was like, okay, well, that tells me a lot. I'm like, okay, cool. And I said, look, I just think that, number one, I don't know where I stand with you. So if you could fill in any gaps there, that would be great. And number two, I just think that it would be good if we could hang out, like just have a day or so where you don't have to work and I don't have to work. And yeah, like we can just hang out. And he's like, and he just kind of had this look of horror on his face and he's like, to do what? And I was like, just hang out. Like, I don't know, like not anything. And I was like, I'm not asking for anything full on or anything, but and he was like, okay. He's like, do you want an answer now? And I was like, well, no, I appreciate that I've sprung this on you and that you've only had about 4 hours sleep. So I was like, we can leave it, we can revisit it, unless of course your answer is an immediate no, in which case that's fine. Like, you know, I'm a big girl, you can tell me, and I'd rather know now. And he just looked at me, he was like, okay, I've got to go pack my bags. And I was like, right. And I was like, so do you know where I stand? He's like, I don't know, like I have to think about things. And I was like, okay, cool, that's fine, which I'm completely okay with, because I would much rather say something than not say something. There is also a huge part of me that I'm just like, mate, do you know how lucky you are that like I'm interested in you? Like I'm like, you're the one that should be chasing me. And if it's not an immediate yes, I'm not too sure if I want to hang out with people that are just like a bit of a maybe, because I'm not a really maybe kind of person. So yeah, so I don't know. It's not all or nothing, because in reality, I'm like, he's not the type of person that I would want to be with. Like he's clearly the person that has to leave, last guy standing at the party, like, you know, a bit of a schmoozer. I'm totally not that. I'm like, if you want to be that, that's fine. I don't care. However, when I've had enough, I'm like, okay, I'm leaving now. Like, I want to go. And yeah, like, I just don't see it being a fit, because the world he's in, a lot of the relationships, they're very superficial. Like, it's schmoozing. It's like, you know, I'll scratch your back, you'll scratch mine, all that kind of stuff, which is fine. I can do that, but I'd much rather get to know people, actually get to know people, and have some kind of depth to them. So I don't think I actually want anything long term, but it's because I'm getting that affection from him. It makes me miss getting that kind of affection from anybody, not necessarily from him. So,
So,
yes.
question for you: how did it feel asking?
Fine. I mean, awkward.
Of course.
I mean, like, super awkward. But I am the type of person that I would rather have an awkward conversation than not have the conversation, because if I didn't have it, I would, you know, what do you call it? The monkey brain?
The monkey mind?
Yeah. The monkey mind would just be going overtime like crazy. Yeah. And so now I'm like, well, you know what? I've said it, I've asked, and it's out of my control. So, you know, like.
So how does that feel, even being out of your control now?
Yeah, actually quite good. Is this what this whole go with the flow business is about?
Yes, it is. That would be it.
It's I'm just like, look, I've done everything that I can, and it's not even like, the way that I see it, I'm like, mate, you've got some chick who you've been seeing for like over a year that obviously you like to some extent. Yeah. And you like hang out to some extent, and all she's asked you to do is hang out. And if that's too much for you, if that's going to make you freak out and like run away, then that's fine. Maybe. Like, run then. See you later. Yeah. Like, that's okay. Because I'm like, I'm not asking for that much. I'm not saying like, let's run off in the sunset, get married. I'm not saying let's get into a relationship. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying it would be good to hang out.
Yeah. And know where you sort of sit, what the possibilities are.
Yeah.
You've got every right to ask that question. I want to say well done, because I know you were a bit hesitant about asking. And well done for going with the flow.
Yeah, thanks. We'll see what happens. He's in America at the moment.
Yeah. And that's the thing. He's got these trips that he can hide behind.
Yeah, I know. And look, and it's fine. I legitimately don't care. And he was like, oh, I know that, you know, I haven't seen you much this trip. And I was like, I know that. I knew that before you even came, how busy you were going to be, and that you weren't going to see me much. I thought you'd see me a little bit more, but that's fine, because I had a ball in that room, which I found out during the week is between like $1,000 and $1,500 a night. I know.
It looked pretty snazzy.
I was like, mate, that is okay, cool, that's fine. So yeah, I'm happy to like, it's a positive thing, even if things don't work out the way that I want, because I'm a massive control freak and I want people to want me. Yeah, if it doesn't work out, that's completely fine. Like, I don't. Yeah, no hard feelings. Yeah.
And the other thing is, with these long trips it gives him time to think. There's a positive.
Yeah. And look, I have heard from him, and like, you know, I only just responded to him. He wrote to me a couple of days ago, and I've just been so busy. And I was on the train after I've been to a whiskey tasting, so I'm a little bit like blah, 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 blah. But yeah, like, I was like, oh, I haven't written back to him, so I just wrote not much or anything. But I am happy that he is at least responding to me, and that I didn't have the conversation, and that he just ghosted me, because if that was the case, I'd be like, that's very disappointing, mate. I thought you'd have better manners than that. I don't know. We'll see. And as much as I want to ask you about it, I'm not going to, because I actually don't think I should.
And you know what? Because I'm not even going to answer you.
Oh, good.
And this is part and parcel of this going with the flow sort of thing, and letting go of the control.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. You know, I could tell you what I feel.
Yeah.
And I do think you would like what I would say, but in the same situation, same thing, it is you do need to let go of it. The control is the old ways, the old structures, the old patterns, and that's what we need to move.
Yeah,
sort of thing. And when we let that go, the flow will happen.
Yeah, and
I
think
magic happens.
I think last week you were talking about, how some people get a little bit obsessed with, these readings and just like, and you actually have to say to people, no, I'm not going to read for you or whatever else. I don't want to fall into that trap. Like, so I'm very, very mindful. Like, whilst I could weekly ask you anything that I want, that's why a lot of the time you're like, oh, do you have a question? I'm like, nah, just saying hi. Yeah. Like, there's a million questions. Of course I have a million questions. But is it healthy for me to know? No.
Exactly. And sometimes we don't need to know right then. Yeah. Other times we need to trust our own intuition.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I try to encourage people to do is, go back within yourself, ask the questions, get the answers from your guides type of thing, not become reliant on people like me just for the sake of living sort of thing, because there are people out there that do that.
Yeah.
And there are people that will take your money so you can do that.
Yes. I'm not. Very dangerous. Very dangerous. I do have a question though, completely unrelated.
Yes.
Do you know of anything that I can do, or do you get a sense of anything that I can do to help this stupid pain in the neck and shoulders that I am experiencing? Whether it's, I don't know, chiro, massage, physio, I don't know.
Try massage first is the reference I get. For me, I'm a big advocate on having regular massages. Says her that hasn't had one for quite a while due to circumstances. My gorgeous, and if you're watching, Ray, hi. My gorgeous massage lady moved to Queensland to help a very sick friend. So I can understand why she's done it. But I miss it.
Yeah.
I actually suggested my husband tonight on an ad on TV that we look at buying one of those massage chairs because it would fit really nicely in the corner and it could be a tax deduction.
Actually, that just reminded me at Audi they were selling these like neck massage things. They're only small. They're the size of like a cushion.
Yeah.
And my mum got one, and it was so. I sat at her house for about 2 hours just on this thing. I was like, moving it up and down my back. So. Yeah, maybe I need to get on one
something like
things.
that. Get one with heat in it. I've got about three different ones in the cupboard, and they are good for a short period of time. But
okay, so not 2 hours?
Probably not. No, you probably end up with bruising. With mine, if I have it on too long, it actually gets painful.
Okay,
sort of thing with one of mine type of thing. But I'm big on having regular massages. I was doing mine fortnightly and keep it going because it's kind of like helps to relieve it, but also maintain it as well with that. So
I have been trying to get regular massages, but because I'm not made of money, I go down to the student clinic, and the last one that I had, which was actually yesterday or the day before, she just like, I am so tired. I have never met a massage therapist that hasn't touched me and been like, ooh, that's really tight. And I'm like, yes, I know this is why I'm here.
Hello.
and she just like, she was like, how's that pressure? I was like, you could go 14 times harder than what you are now and I'm still not going to feel it because it is that tight. It's like you have to really dig your elbow into it to get it. But look, you win some, you lose. For the most part, they're pretty good.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I always say to mine, and Ray got to know what I like, sort of thing in that sense, is go hard because what hurts today helps tomorrow. That's my saying, sort of thing. And there's times I'll cringe and go, oh, and she's like, yeah, I'm like, keep going. Just getting through it. I know you only got an hour, but keep going.
I know. I'm like, oh, can you just go for like another 3 hours, please?
It would be nice. Maybe we just need to do a day spa or something, and we start with a massage, a bit of wine, a facial, back into a massage.
Like quite honestly, that's kind of why I want to go to Bali, because the massages are so cheap.
A girlfriend said $20. She would have 3 a day, and for every day that she was
amazing.
there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, roll it over, just keep going.
Exactly. Next person, when you're tired, just send the next one in.
Yeah.
Type of thing. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
I'll come with you.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds like a
Get ourselves
plan.
into some trouble. Where all their massage therapists out.
Oh dear.
All
Cool.
right, honey. Well, it was good to see you.
You
have a
too.
good week.
Thank you.
I do have a question for you. When's your next gin night, or haven't you got anything planned at the moment?
Yeah, so it will be the first Friday. So the next one's whiskey.
Yep.
So it'll be the first Friday of June, if there's interest. So if people want, I can do the first Thursday for gin this month as well, because the place that I use, they're only available on the first Thursday or first Friday of every month.
Yep.
And so I only do one a month. But whiskey is first Friday. So I actually think it's Friday I want to say maybe even the 13th of, June? That sounds a long way away. No,
I think
is
it the second
or
and
the
third is the first Saturday and Sunday of June. So
probably the second, third. Anyway, it's the first Friday. First Friday of June is whiskey, and that one's already actually half booked up. So, if you're interested, get in. And if anybody is interested in whiskey, I will put on another one because a few people have been asking, and I'm not too sure what's happening in July, if I'm going to be here, if I'm not going to be here, if I'm going to be freezing my ass off having moved. Who knows? I don't think so. I think I'll still be here in July, but maybe not August. We'll see. But
if anybody else wants any more information on it, maybe just inbox me and I'll link you in with Jen so you can get the details from her then. All right, gorgeous. Good to see you. All the best. Well done.
Thank you.
Be clapping for you.
Thanks for staying on a little bit longer and having a chat too.
That's all right. I always love our chat.
All right, have a good week.
I will. You too. Thanks.
All right, bye.
Bye. I love Jen's energy. It's beautiful. All right. There we go. Excellent. All right. So for those that are still here watching, I can see there are a few and I haven't got to all the questions, and I know some people asked for cards. So, Kel's just said, I noticed my sinus is the worst. I've had the virus about 6 weeks back. Yeah, I was the 10th of, I'm 4 weeks ago. Yesterday we got diagnosed. So I don't want to say interesting. It's, pain in the butt the way it holds on for some people. So, Roz, maybe we need to do a gin thing at night with Jen to kill off any germs that are left from it. So beautiful. All right, so I am going to pull, I have pulled 3 cards, and I'm going to do a general reading for everybody for some guidance for this week, because I haven't got to as many card readings as I would have liked to. So the very first card out is the House, and it's about finding your safe place, your own space where you can feel that connection, feel safe within it. And it says, find your own space. There you will feel connected and safe. So go back within. Sometimes it's not necessarily about the structure of the house. It can be within ourselves as well. The next card out was the Rooster. So look at what's going on and just be aware of the bigger picture at the moment. Look at the egos that are at play. And we are seeing, with the way the universal energy is at the moment, we are seeing more of those egos coming out in a restless way is the best way I could describe it as well. All right. The third card out, because I've dropped the first card, I will bring that up in a minute, is the Boat. And it's very much a time for chance and encounters, new journeys to explore. So look at the new opportunities that are presenting themselves currently to you in that way. All right. Like I said, this is a massive, massive time at the moment where we are over halfway through the gateway at the moment, and it is very much about knowing what it is you're working on, working towards what it is you want, and have that crystal clear clarity on it, and take action. Don't sit and wait for it to come to you. Start working it, start feeling it, and allow things to follow with that side of it. All right, beautiful souls. Well, Cases is that mine? Laugh out loud. That's for everybody. It resonates with you, honey. Donna is here as well. Say hey, honey. Those cards was a reading for everybody. Rasheena's here. Hi, and Courtney. Hey, honey. All right. So just a reminder, if you would like to join my Inner Circle full membership, the yearly membership is normally $297 a year. Part of the membership is getting to come up on screen with me on Wednesday night like these 3 lovely ladies did tonight and ask a question. Have a chat with me. There is about $6,000 of value in that membership each year. But if you want to join the membership in the month of May, you can get a saving of $100 as my birthday special to you guys, where you put the coupon code birthday in at the checkout. And also for those that would like to explore their intuition, learn more about it. I have my beginners level 1 psychic mediumship online course as well, which is a 5-module course. You have lifetime access to it. It's a whole series of videos to watch, and I'm here to support you through that. We do connect through at the end of it and have a call as well, and that also comes in under the coupon code of birthday for $100 but a saving. If you have any questions about those courses or the memberships, please do reach out. If you'd like to know anything about my programs, my one-on-one programs, whether it's a 6-week program or the yearly mentoring programs, please do reach out and I can have a chat with you and give you more information on that as well. Don't forget to check out my website, leannewinston.com. If you want to order a deck of the Inner Soul's guidance cards, go to innersoulguidance.com.au, or you will find a link for the Inner Soul through my website as well. Also, don't forget, I've got a mosquito flying around. Don't forget that 28th and 29th of May is the big Body, Mind and Psychic Expo here at Wavell Showgrounds in Adelaide. I will be reading Saturday and Sunday. One day I will be on stage, on the main stage, doing a, sorry, I had to get that, doing a demonstration. The other day I will be running a 45-minute free workshop as well. I'm not sure what times or dates, but you can certainly check their website and go in under programs and find out more about that. I will, myself and the girls and mum and dad will be set up not far inside the main door. If you walk in the main door, you go to the left. I will be on the stock will be right just there, and I will be around the corner where I will be reading as well. The other thing I do have, thank you, Roz. The other thing I do have coming up is the first weekend of June. I am running the in-person workshop level 2. That is being held in North Adelaide. So if you've already done a bit of work on your intuition, level 2 is more than likely going to be for you. And if you want to come and do it in person for 2 days, the Saturday and the Sunday, it's like the 1st and 2nd of June or the 2nd and 3rd. I'm pretty sure I've got that stuff up on my website, as well as an event page set up around that. Certainly do come along. There are still, I think, about 4 or 5 places left in that workshop as well. Cases, I think I need those cards. Thank you, sweetie. Enjoy your week. Thanks, honey. Certainly order them and we can have them sent out to you in the same day. If you are lucky, like the beautiful soul last week, ordered a deck of my cards, I should say. She lived in Murray Bridge, and I was literally going to Murray Bridge right past her street that day and was able to deliver them in the afternoon, the same day she ordered them. So you never know what sort of service you may get. I wish I could drive anywhere to deliver them, but and Ross says, looks like I can comment in here as my business page. Oh, that's interesting, Ross. That's good. Don't forget to join Roz. Roz, you're still doing your morning shows. Join Roz on My Time TV for her daily cards I'm presuming she's back doing those at the moment, feeling a little bit better. So, and there is the Inner Soul Guidance Oracle Cards website as well, innersoulguidance.com.au. It will scroll up in a second. Okay, Sydney. I wish I could drive that far. So, do you know what? Roz and I would love to come to Sydney, and if we can get enough people together to do a couple of days, 2, maybe even 3 days of readings, we would travel that far, honey. Okay. All right, beautiful souls. Take some time for you. Have that crystal clear vision of what it is that you're working towards. Thank you for hanging in here with me, because I know I have gone half an hour over time, and I want to send lots of love, much love out to everybody else. Take care of yourself, nurture you, and I will see you very shortly. Bye for now.